Hello and welcome to tcXS Know-How. Today we show the setup of an access to IMS segments. The second part will be about the usage of this data from different segments. Our starting position is an IMS database with a number of segments. The first part of the video explains the access to the segments and the display of the data on a Windows PC. The second part shows how this access can be used by different platforms. Our demo environment has a ZOS 2.1 with an IMS v13 and a Windows 10 with tcXS. But first an overview over tcXS. The central aspect of tcXS is the relational access. It allows the access to data and databases via SQL, even if they're not SQL capable. The access from the mainframe also includes databases in the distributed environment, so traditional server databases. The access can be realized in various ways from different applications on different platforms. With this cross-platform SQL access, it is also possible to effectively define joins between mainframe and PC databases. Let's begin with the connection setup to the mainframe by using the Windows frontend of tcXS. In the upper part, we see different management tools. The connections to the mainframe are displayed in the left tree. Now we define a connection to a ZOS. On the mainframe, tcXS can either run under kicks or independently as started task. We define the host name and a connection port. All translations of character sets will be done on the client in order to reduce the load on the mainframe. After the connection has been established, we can view the host resources. For the relational access, we define the access via the path to the data. For the example IMS, through a PCB with an SSA and a data structure which can be gotten from a COBOL copybook. Let's create the structures. tcXS can determine the access mode through a PSB. The segment of the respective PSB can be selected through analysis of the given library. At this point, the PCB is analyzed and the hierarchy is clearly shown. We get the structure from a COBOL copybook, which is also in a library on the mainframe. Our copybook contains various level 1 statements, so the part of the copybook has to be selected for the part root segment. The field list contains not only the segment names but also the key feedback area, which is especially important for the forming of joins between the segments. We hide the two filler fields so they won't appear in the field list of our relational table later. The access is done with the specified PSB. The SSA is also pre-filled with the correct syntax. As customary in the relational world, we create our new table as part root in the schema DLI. Now we can already display the data by using the SQL tree of the tcXS frontend. We keep importing. The structure of the segments done info is in the same member DI21 part. Here we see that the key feedback area also appears in the root segment of this table. The SSA now has two stages. This affects the creation of keys in a subsequent table and gains importance if a where clause is used for the query. We speed up the definition of the third segment. Here the query to two segments occurs. We see the same keys in the key feedback area of the root segment. More complex statements can be executed as well with the relational access. This also concerns statements with a where clause or joins between different segments. What did we just see? We saw the easy setup of an SQL access with the help of the PSB and a copybook. Those SQL queries can include several tables or segments. tcAccess supports path call and a parallel reading of co-equal segments that are arranged one below the other in the hierarchy. Of course, HDAM databases are supported as well. The configured access can be used through various mechanisms in the distributed environment. In the second part, the use of IMS data from those mechanisms will be explained. Thank you for your attention.